in a lot of our society, that to try to say no to anything you want, unless it costs too much money or it's not in your budget or something, that this is not healthy, that it's somehow blocking your life flow or something. You know, this is not what the church tells us freedom is about. If all we've got is some sort of some empty moralism that doesn't nourish us, if all the church is sort of a walking no sign, stop sign, you know, it's not very attractive. Why in fact do we say, cut back on this appetite, on that? Because there's some things that only God can fill. There's some things that we're hungering for or want union with that only God can really provide. And our sins always point out where Christ is not meeting us. You know, I feel empty, and so I want to fill myself up with food. Or I feel anxious, and I want to calm that with some chemical or the other. Or I feel so empty and lonely, I'm going to lie to someone else and with someone else in a relationship that's about as long as, you know, the time we've got that motel room or whatever. And it's never ending, isn't it? We speak of the psychology or the spirituality of addiction. But our little things, they're the same kind of thing. Because we're trying to fill up something in our soul with something that can't do it, we're always wanting more and more and more and more. A long time ago, I flipped on the radio, and it was one of those kind of fundy, you know, channels. But there was this very sane voice, and I was very surprised to hear it. And as I listened to the interview, it was a convicted serial killer who was giving an interview right the day before he was executed. And he told the interviewer that he was, in fact, speaking to him because he would hear him out. And this guy who finally ended up, I mean, this is a long road, but he finally ended up getting his jollies out of doing horrible things to this one and that one, this one and that one. How did he start off? With pornography. Because that filled, you know, a guy can look at that image and in his mind he is, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is strong, powerful, blah, 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 blah. And that image is always there for him, always praising, always responding, always imaginary. It's a way of loving yourself. And you can't get any nourishment out of that. And so you need more. And